Have you ever stopped to think that the foods on your plate could be silently attacking your health? As men, we often focus on building strength, staying active, or taking care of our families. But there's one part of our body that doesn't always get the attention it deserves: the prostate. This small gland, no bigger than a walnut, quietly supports your urinary health and fertility, working tirelessly behind the scenes. Yet, most men don't think about it until something starts going wrong. I've seen this story so many times. John, a retired firefighter from Texas, once told me how he used to start every morning with bacon, eggs, and a tall glass of whole milk. He didn't think twice about his diet. After all, he was strong, active, and healthy. But then, in his early 50s, John began having trouble sleeping through the night because he was waking up for frequent bathroom trips. His doctor explained that his prostate was inflamed, and his lifestyle choices might be making it worse. That was John's wake-up call. And it might be yours, too. The truth is, what we eat has a massive impact on our prostate health. Science has shown that certain foods can create the perfect storm for inflammation and hormonal imbalances, both of which can harm this vital gland. But here's the good news. By understanding what's harmful and making a few simple swaps, you can protect your prostate, reduce discomfort, and even boost your long-term health. Imagine this: every bite you take is like casting a vote for your health. The right foods can nourish and protect your body, while the wrong ones can slowly sabotage your well-being. I know it's not easy to change lifelong eating habits. But think of it this way: the small decisions you make today could give you years of better energy, fewer health worries, and more quality time doing what you love. Let's face it, many of us grew up in a food culture built on convenience. Processed meats, fried foods, sugary snacks, these have become staples of the American diet. But just because something is common doesn't mean it's safe. Did you know that eating too much processed meat, like hot dogs or pepperoni, can inflame your prostate and even increase your risk of more serious issues? It's not just the meat itself, it's the way it's processed. Loaded with chemicals and cooked at high temperatures, producing harmful compounds. Think of inflammation like a fire inside your body. The more we feed that fire with unhealthy foods, the harder it is for our body to stay balanced. Over time, that fire can affect your prostate, leading to discomfort, urinary problems, or worse. But the power to put out that fire is in your hands. Dairy is another surprise culprit. Growing up, many of us were told that milk was the ultimate health drink. But for men over 40, high amounts of full-fat dairy can do more harm than good. Studies show that excessive dairy intake may disrupt hormone balance and reduce vitamin D activity, a nutrient that protects your prostate. I'm not saying you need to give up dairy completely, but moderation and smarter choices, like almond or oat milk, can make a big difference. And then there's sugar, the sweet troublemaker. We all love a good slice of pie or an ice-cold soda on a hot summer day. But refined sugars and white bread are more than just empty calories. They spike your blood sugar, leading to higher insulin levels, which over time can create inflammation and hormonal imbalances. Cutting back on sugar isn't about deprivation, it's about giving your body a chance to thrive. Alcohol is another factor many men overlook. A cold beer during the game or a glass of whiskey with friends might feel harmless. But chronic or heavy drinking can disrupt testosterone levels and weaken your prostate health. I'm not saying you can't enjoy a drink now and then, but keeping it in check is one of the smartest steps you can take for your body. Finally, we can't forget about trans fats and refined oils. These are hiding in so many of our favorite foods: French fries, packaged snacks, even some baked goods. The problem is these fats fuel inflammation like pouring gasoline on a fire. Instead, you can switch to healthier oils like olive or avocado oil, which actually help protect your cells and reduce inflammation. Here's what I want you to remember. Protecting your prostate doesn't mean giving up the joy of eating. It's about choosing smarter, tastier, and healthier options that fuel your vitality instead of draining it. Think of it like tending a garden. You want to remove the weeds, harmful foods, and give your soil, your body, the nutrients it needs to thrive. What's even more inspiring is that when you improve your prostate health, you're also improving your overall well-being, your energy, your heart health, your mood, and even your confidence. It's all connected. Small, mindful changes create a ripple effect that touches every part of your life. I know change can be challenging, especially if you've been eating a certain way for decades. But you don't have to change everything overnight. Start with one step. Maybe swap processed bacon for turkey bacon or add more fresh vegetables to your meals. These small shifts build momentum. And before you know it, you'll feel lighter, stronger, and healthier. I've spent over 30 years guiding men through these changes. And I've seen the difference it makes. When you fuel your body with the right foods and remove the harmful ones, it's like giving your prostate and your entire body a new lease on life. So, here's my question for you. If you could make one small change today to protect your health, what would it be? Think about that as we dive deeper into the 5 foods you need to cut out right now. These are the silent troublemakers. The everyday items that seem harmless but can cause long-term damage if left unchecked. By the end of this conversation, you'll not only know which foods to avoid but also discover which ones you can add to your diet to strengthen and heal your prostate naturally. Trust me, these are changes you'll thank yourself for. Not just now but years down the road. Let's get started, because your health, your energy, and your future are worth every bit of effort you put in today. When most of us think about health, we often focus on the big, visible things, like whether we're getting enough exercise, sleeping well, or keeping our stress in check. But there's another factor quietly shaping our well-being every single day: the food we eat. It's easy to underestimate the impact of daily dietary choices because the effects are not always immediate. You won't feel pain after one burger or slice of pizza. But over time, these small decisions can add up, especially when it comes to prostate health. The prostate, though small, plays a vital role in men's overall wellness. It's like the hidden engine of a car, rarely seen but essential for smooth performance. As we age, this gland becomes more sensitive to inflammation, hormonal changes, and environmental stressors. What's interesting is that diet is one of the most direct ways to influence this gland's condition. Think about it. Every time you eat, you're either nourishing your prostate or challenging it with harmful compounds. Consider common American meals: breakfast with processed bacon or sausage, lunch with fast food burgers, and dinners loaded with creamy sauces or refined carbs. While these foods are convenient and comforting, they often contain high levels of saturated fats, preservatives, and additives that encourage inflammation. Inflammation, in turn, creates an environment where the prostate can't function at its best. Over the years, this silent stress leads to issues like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or, in more severe cases, increased risks for prostate cancer. I remember talking to an old friend, Mike, a retired truck driver from Ohio, who told me about his struggles. He used to live on fast food while on the road: burgers, fries, and lots of sugary drinks. By the time he turned 55, his doctor warned him about an enlarged prostate. "I never thought my diet had anything to do with it," Mike confessed. But after switching to a cleaner, whole food diet with fewer processed items, he saw a huge improvement in his symptoms. His story is not unique. It's a reminder of how much control we really have. So, what's the hidden threat? It's not just one food, it's the combination of habits we've normalized: processed meats, excess sugar, fried oils, alcohol, and too much dairy. They sneak into our meals without us realizing their long-term consequences. The good news? Just as poor dietary choices can damage your prostate over time, better ones can heal it. What can you start doing today? Begin by observing your plate. Are there more whole foods, like vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, and seeds, than processed items? Are you drinking enough water instead of sugary sodas? Small shifts matter. Even reducing one serving of processed meat a day or replacing refined carbs with whole grains can reduce inflammation markers in the body. It's also worth considering the timing of your meals. Late-night snacking on processed foods or sugary desserts forces your body to work overtime, spiking insulin levels and disrupting your hormones. Instead, aim for balanced meals at regular times with plenty of plant-based fiber to aid digestion and support a healthy hormonal environment. Think of your diet as a daily vote for your future health. The prostate is like a silent partner. It won't complain loudly until things go wrong, but it will reward you for mindful care. Imagine giving yourself 5 or 10 more years of energy, vitality, and freedom from discomfort just by making simple, intentional food choices. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Does this mean I have to give up everything I enjoy? Absolutely not. It's not about cutting out every indulgence, but about balance. If you love steak, enjoy it once in a while, but make sure it's lean and cooked in a healthier way. If you crave dessert, try fresh fruits or a small piece of dark chocolate instead of heavily processed sweets. The first step to protecting your prostate is awareness, understanding what harms it and what helps it. Over the next sections, we'll dive into 5 specific foods that you need to cut out or drastically reduce. Each of these is a silent villain, quietly chipping away at your health. By learning how they work against your body, you'll be empowered to make choices that protect and heal your prostate. Before we move to the next section, I want you to ask yourself one question: which foods am I eating every day without thinking twice? Once you identify them, you can start making small, conscious swaps. Remember, you don't have to make big changes overnight. It's about progress, not perfection. When you think about your health, your prostate probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. It's easy to forget about this small, walnut-sized gland until it starts sending distress signals. For many men, those signals appear as frequent trips to the bathroom at night, difficulty starting or stopping urination, or even discomfort during everyday activities. These issues can be frustrating, embarrassing, and, if ignored, can lead to more serious conditions. But what if I told you that your prostate starts crying for help long before you notice any symptoms? The prostate is like a silent sentinel. It quietly regulates vital processes that affect everything from fertility to urinary flow. However, over time, certain lifestyle choices, especially what we eat, create an environment that wears down its defenses. Inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and poor blood flow are often the first signs of trouble. Think of it like rust building up on a car engine. At first, it's invisible, but one day the engine starts to sputter, and suddenly you have a major repair on your hands. Let's consider the story of Richard, a 62-year-old veteran from Florida. Richard never smoked, stayed relatively active, and thought he was in good shape. But his diet told a different story: a daily breakfast of bacon and fried eggs, sugary snacks throughout the day, and heavy dinners with creamy sauces. Over time, his prostate began to swell and cause urinary problems. His doctor told him, "Richard, your diet is pushing your body toward chronic inflammation." That was the turning point. With some guidance, he swapped his processed meats for grilled chicken and added more vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats to his meals. Within months, his symptoms improved. Your prostate's health is heavily influenced by what you eat. Processed meats, trans fats, excess sugar, and too much alcohol all trigger chronic inflammation, a low grade. internal fire that quietly damages tissues. This inflammation doesn't just affect the prostate, it weakens your immune system, increases your risk of cardiovascular problems, and accelerates aging. Another factor is hormone imbalance. The prostate is extremely sensitive to changes in testosterone and estrogen levels. Certain foods, like full-fat dairy or heavily processed items, can disrupt your natural hormone balance. Over time, this hormonal disruption contributes to issues like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or more serious diseases. But here's the empowering part. Your body is remarkably resilient. When you give it the right nutrients, like antioxidants from tomatoes, sulforaphane from broccoli, and zinc from pumpkin seeds, it responds quickly. These superfoods help calm inflammation, repair cellular damage, and restore balance. Think of your prostate as a garden. If you neglect it, weeds, inflammation will grow, choking out the good plants. But with care, healthy foods, proper hydration, and balanced lifestyle habits, you can create a thriving environment where your prostate remains strong and healthy for years. So, what are the signs that your prostate might already be crying for help? Pay attention to changes like frequent nighttime urination, a weak or interrupted urine stream, pain or discomfort in the pelvic area, a feeling of incomplete emptying after urination. These early signs are often your body's way of asking for help. Don't ignore them. And remember, prevention is always easier than treatment. As we move into the next section, I'll share the first food on our list of silent villains that men need to avoid. This might surprise you, but it's something many Americans eat daily without realizing its harmful effects. By understanding how this food damages your prostate, you'll see why making small changes today can save you from major health problems tomorrow. When it comes to comfort food, few things feel as American as a sizzling strip of bacon, a juicy hot dog at a baseball game, or a slice of pepperoni pizza. They're convenient, flavorful, and often tied to good memories. But here's the harsh truth. Processed meats are among the biggest dietary enemies of your prostate. While they might satisfy your taste buds, they quietly spark inflammation and release harmful compounds that weaken your body's defenses. So, what makes processed meats so dangerous? It's not just the meat itself, but the additives and cooking methods used. Bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and cold cuts are often packed with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which, when exposed to high heat, can form harmful substances called nitrosamines. These chemicals have been linked to higher risks of chronic diseases, including prostate problems and even cancer. Think of it like this. Every time you enjoy a greasy bacon breakfast, you might also be feeding a slow-burning fire in your body. This inflammation fire is the root cause of many health issues, including benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and prostate cancer. Processed meats also tend to be loaded with saturated fats and sodium, both of which contribute to poor blood circulation and hormone imbalances, two factors directly affecting your prostate health. Let me share a story about Tom, a retired mechanic from Michigan. Tom grew up loving his deli sandwiches piled high with salami and ham. By the time he hit his mid-50s, he started experiencing frequent urination and discomfort. His doctor advised cutting out processed meats and swapping them for leaner proteins like grilled chicken or fish. Within 6 months, Tom noticed a remarkable difference, not just with his prostate symptoms but also with his energy levels and blood pressure. The problem isn't just the meat but also how it's cooked. High-temperature cooking methods like frying or grilling at very high heat produce compounds called heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, both known to damage DNA and promote inflammation. This is why experts recommend not only reducing processed meats but also changing the way you prepare your meals. Slow cooking, steaming, or baking at lower temperatures are better alternatives. So, what can you do if you love the flavor of bacon or smoked meats? Here are a few practical swaps. Choose lean, fresh cuts of meat instead of bacon. Try turkey bacon or grilled chicken breast. Explore plant-based options. Lentils, beans, and mushrooms can add a meaty texture to meals without the harmful additives. Experiment with seasoning. Many of us love processed meats because of their smoky, salty flavor. You can recreate similar tastes with spices like smoked paprika, garlic powder, and black pepper. Another tip is to limit your intake of cold cuts. If you enjoy sandwiches, opt for freshly roasted turkey or chicken instead of pre-packaged deli meats. Freshly cooked proteins are far less likely to contain harmful preservatives and offer better nutritional value. Now, you might be wondering, do I have to give up these foods completely? Not necessarily. Enjoying processed meat once in a while won't ruin your health. But making it a daily habit is where the danger lies. It's about balance and making smarter choices most of the time. Think of your prostate like a valuable piece of machinery. Processed meats are like pouring dirty oil into that machine over time. It clogs the system, making it harder to function. But when you fuel your body with clean, nutritious foods, you keep the system running smoothly for years to come. By taking this simple step, reducing or cutting out processed meats, you're already giving your prostate a fighting chance. Pair this change with healthier protein sources, like fish rich in omega-3s or plant-based options. And you'll notice not just better prostate health but also improved energy, weight management, and heart health. In the next section, we'll dive into another surprising culprit, dairy. It might shock you to learn that the glass of milk you grew up believing was healthy could be contributing to prostate inflammation. Let's uncover the truth. For decades, we were told, drink your milk if you want strong bones. Milk was marketed as the ultimate health drink, and many of us grew up believing it was essential for building strength. While dairy does contain calcium and protein, which are beneficial for overall health, excessive consumption, especially of full-fat milk, cheese, and cream, can silently harm your prostate. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about understanding how too much dairy affects male hormones and inflammation levels. The connection between dairy and prostate health comes down to three main factors: hormones, calcium, and fat content. First, dairy naturally contains small amounts of hormones, which, even in trace levels, can disrupt your body's hormonal balance over time. This is especially concerning for men over 40, as the prostate is highly sensitive to hormonal changes. When estrogen and testosterone are out of balance, the prostate can become inflamed, leading to problems like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Second, while calcium is vital for bone health, studies suggest that very high intakes, especially from dairy, can interfere with the body's vitamin D metabolism. Vitamin D plays a crucial protective role in prostate health. Without enough active vitamin D, your prostate may lose some of its natural defenses against inflammation and abnormal cell growth. Lastly, many dairy products, like cheese, butter, and whole milk, are high in saturated fat. Diets high in saturated fat are linked to increased inflammation throughout the body, which can quietly affect the prostate over time. Think of it as adding too much grease to an already delicate machine. It clogs the system and makes it harder for everything to function smoothly. Take the example of Jack, a 58-year-old high school teacher from California. Jack loved his nightly routine of ice cream and cheese snacks, believing these were harmless indulgences. Over time, he noticed urinary issues and lower energy. After talking with his doctor and doing some research, he switched to plant-based alternatives like almond milk and reduced his cheese consumption. Within a few months, Jack not only felt lighter and more energetic but also reported fewer prostate-related discomforts. So, should you quit dairy completely? Not necessarily. Moderation is the key. If you enjoy dairy, opt for low-fat or fat-free options and limit your daily intake. Consider switching to plant-based milk alternatives like almond, oat, or soy milk. These options are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, providing the benefits without the potential drawbacks of full-fat dairy. Here are a few easy swaps to start with. Use unsweetened almond milk in your coffee instead of whole milk. Choose low-fat Greek yogurt over regular high-fat yogurt. Replace cheese-heavy dishes with recipes that use avocado or hummus for creaminess. You can also boost your calcium and vitamin D levels with non-dairy foods such as leafy greens, like kale and spinach, fortified plant-based drinks, and oily fish like salmon. A balanced diet that includes these options will give your body the nutrients it needs without overloading your prostate with excess hormones or fats. The point isn't to demonize dairy, it's to make you more mindful of how much and what kind you consume. Your prostate, like the rest of your body, thrives on balance. By making smarter choices, you reduce inflammation, improve hormone balance, and support your long-term health. As we move forward, let's explore another sneaky culprit that affects not only prostate health but also energy levels and overall metabolism: refined sugars and simple carbs. These sweet temptations may be giving your prostate more trouble than you realize. Let's dive into this in the next section. We all know sugar isn't great for our health, but few people realize how much it impacts the prostate. It's not just about gaining weight or getting cavities. Refined sugars and simple carbohydrates have a direct effect on inflammation and hormone balance, both of which are crucial for prostate health. Think about those tempting foods: cookies, donuts, sodas, white bread, and refined pasta. They may offer quick satisfaction, but they set off a chain reaction in your body that your prostate won't thank you for. Here's how it works. When you eat foods high in refined sugar or simple carbs, your blood sugar levels spike rapidly. This forces your body to release a surge of insulin, a hormone that helps move sugar into your cells. While occasional spikes aren't a big deal, constant high sugar intake keeps your insulin levels elevated, creating a condition called insulin resistance. This not only increases the risk of diabetes but also fuels systemic inflammation, a silent threat to your prostate. Consider this: inflammation is like a low-grade fire burning inside your body. Sugar acts like lighter fluid, feeding that fire and making it harder for your body to stay balanced. Over time, chronic inflammation weakens your immune system, disrupts your hormones, and increases your risk of prostate issues, including benign enlargement and more severe conditions. Take Mark, a 60-year-old retired Navy officer from Virginia. Mark had a serious sweet tooth. His day wasn't complete without a couple of sodas and dessert after dinner. By his late 50s, he was dealing with frequent nighttime urination and low energy. His doctor recommended cutting back on sugar and replacing refined carbs with whole grains. Mark switched to water and unsweetened iced tea, replaced white bread with whole grain bread, and started enjoying fresh fruit instead of cookies. Within 3 months, his energy levels improved, and his prostate symptoms decreased. The challenge with sugar is that it's everywhere. Even foods that don't taste overly sweet, like sauces, salad dressings, and bread, often contain added sugar. Reading labels is key. Look out for ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, or maltose. These are all forms of sugar hiding in plain sight. So, what can you do to protect your prostate from sugar damage? Cut back on sugary drinks. Replace soda with sparkling water flavored with lemon or berries. Choose whole carbs. Opt for brown rice, oats, and quinoa instead of white rice or refined pasta. Snack smarter. Fresh fruits like blueberries or apples give you natural sweetness with fiber and antioxidants that actually support your health. Try dark chocolate if you crave sweets. A small piece of 70% or higher dark chocolate is a healthier alternative. Another key step is stabilizing your blood sugar by pairing carbs with protein and healthy fats. For example, instead of just having toast in the morning, try whole grain toast with avocado and a boiled egg. This prevents sugar spikes and gives your body sustained energy. Sugar reduction isn't just good for your prostate, it improves your entire metabolism. You'll feel less sluggish, have fewer energy crashes, and reduce your risk of heart disease and diabetes. Your prostate is part of a bigger system. When your blood sugar and hormones are in balance, everything works better. I know cutting sugar can feel daunting, especially if it's been a daily habit for years. But start small. Pick one sugary food to cut first, maybe swap that afternoon soda for water. Over time, your taste buds adjust, and natural foods like berries will taste even sweeter. As we move forward, we'll tackle another major culprit that many men overlook: alcohol. Even in moderate amounts, alcohol can disrupt hormone levels and inflame your prostate. Let's break it down in the next section. For many men, alcohol feels like an innocent companion. A cold beer during a ball game, a glass of whiskey with friends, or a celebratory toast at a wedding. It's woven into countless moments of our lives. But here's the truth. While moderate drinking might seem harmless, regular alcohol consumption can quietly sabotage your prostate health, particularly by disrupting hormones and fueling inflammation. Alcohol impacts your body in several ways. First, it interferes with the liver, which plays a crucial role in regulating hormones like testosterone and estrogen. When the liver is busy processing alcohol, it becomes less efficient at maintaining this delicate hormonal balance. And as you already know, the prostate is extremely sensitive to changes in hormones. Even small imbalances can lead to swelling, discomfort, or a higher risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Secondly, alcohol dehydrates the body. When you're dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated, which can irritate the bladder and prostate, leading to increased urinary frequency or urgency. For men who already struggle with prostate issues, alcohol can make symptoms significantly worse. Then there's the issue of inflammation. Alcohol acts as an irritant, causing the body to release chemicals that trigger inflammatory responses. Over time, this low-grade inflammation affects not just the liver or gut but also the prostate. It's like adding a few drops of gasoline to a fire every time you drink. Let me share a story about Kevin, a 61-year-old retired firefighter from Texas. Kevin loved ending his evenings with a couple of beers, thinking it was a way to relax after a long day. But over time, he started waking up multiple times at night to use the bathroom, and his energy levels dropped. His doctor advised cutting back on alcohol and focusing on hydration. After switching to herbal teas in the evening and limiting his drinking to weekends, Kevin noticed his sleep and prostate symptoms improved dramatically within a few weeks. Does this mean you have to quit drinking altogether? Not necessarily. The key is moderation and smart choices. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2 drinks per day for men, and ideally less as we age. But even light drinking can be too much if your body is already dealing with inflammation or hormonal imbalance. Here are a few practical tips to reduce alcohol's impact. Set limits. Try having alcohol only on weekends or special occasions. Alternate with water. For every alcoholic drink, have a glass of water to stay hydrated. Choose smarter options. A glass of red wine, in small amounts, is less harmful than sugary cocktails or heavy beers. Find healthy substitutes. Sparkling water with a splash of lemon or a refreshing iced green tea can give you that same sense of relaxation without the side effects. One thing to note: alcohol is often combined with other harmful habits, like late-night snacking or greasy foods, which can double the strain on your prostate. Reducing alcohol isn't just about cutting something out, it's about creating room for better habits that build health instead of breaking it down. The message here is simple. Your body works hard for you every day. And the liver and prostate are like two hard-working teammates. When you overload them with alcohol, they can't perform at their best. By drinking less, you give your body space to heal and your prostate a better chance to stay healthy. Now that we've covered the dangers of alcohol, it's time to talk about another hidden villain in many American kitchens: trans fats and refined oils. These fats not only harm your heart but also trigger the kind of inflammation that wreaks havoc on your prostate. Let's uncover the truth in the next section. When we think of harmful fats, most people immediately picture greasy fast food or fried snacks. But the real enemy for your prostate isn't just the visible grease. It's the hidden trans fats and refined vegetable oils that silently wreak havoc inside your body. These fats are not only harmful to your heart but also one of the biggest triggers of inflammation, which is a key factor in prostate problems. What are trans fats and refined oils? Trans fats are artificially created fats made by adding hydrogen to vegetable oils to make them more stable. This process, called hydrogenation, allows foods like packaged pastries, cookies, margarine, and many fast food items to last longer on the shelf. But while they increase shelf life, they drastically decrease your health span. Refined vegetable oils, like soybean, corn, canola, and sunflower oil, are also problematic when consumed in large amounts. These oils are often stripped of natural nutrients and are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when out of balance with omega-3s, fuel inflammation in your body. Your prostate thrives in a balanced environment. But when trans fats and omega-6 heavy oils enter your diet daily through fried foods, processed snacks, or even seemingly healthy baked goods, they throw your body's balance off. This imbalance doesn't just harm your cardiovascular system, it creates a perfect storm for prostate inflammation and dysfunction. The impact of trans fats on your body. Inflammation caused by trans fats affects the body on a cellular level. It disrupts hormone regulation, damages blood vessels, and interferes with nutrient delivery, all of which are essential for a healthy prostate. Over time, this low-grade inflammation weakens your immune system and raises the risk of not only prostate enlargement but also more serious conditions. A real-life example. Take Daniel, a 64-year-old retired coach from Indiana. Daniel used to grab fast food every day. Burgers, fries, and fried chicken were part of his routine. He thought he was just dealing with normal aging when he started waking up 3 or 4 times each night to use the bathroom. But after talking to his doctor, he learned that his diet, specifically his heavy intake of trans fats and fried foods, was contributing to chronic inflammation and worsening his prostate symptoms. By switching to home-cooked meals made with olive oil and adding fatty fish like salmon to his diet, Daniel experienced noticeable improvements in both his energy and urinary health within months. Healthier alternatives to trans fats. The good news is that eliminating trans fats isn't as difficult as it sounds. Here's how you can start. Cook with healthy oils. Choose extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil instead of refined vegetable oils. Check food labels. If you see partially hydrogenated oils listed, that's a clear sign of trans fats. Avoid it. Skip deep-fried foods. Opt for air frying, baking, or grilling as healthier cooking methods. Add omega-3 sources. Fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, or mackerel, walnuts, and flax seeds help balance out omega-6 levels and reduce inflammation. Why omega balance matters. One critical factor often overlooked is the balance between omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 fats are not inherently bad, the modern American diet is heavily skewed toward them, creating a ratio that promotes inflammation. Ideally, we should aim for a balance of 1:1 or 1:2 between omega-3 and omega-6 fats. However, Most people consume a 1:10 or even 1:20 ratio due to the heavy use of refined oils and processed foods. Adjusting this balance by eating more omega-3 rich foods can have a profound impact on prostate and overall health. Making a gradual change. If you're used to eating fried foods or processed snacks, it might seem impossible to cut them out completely. But remember, this is about progress, not perfection. Start by making small changes. Replace fried foods with baked or air-fried versions. Swap out store-bought baked goods for homemade treats made with healthier oils. And gradually add anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens and berries to your meals. The bigger picture. Trans fats don't just harm your prostate, they affect your entire body. From your heart to your brain. By cutting them out, you're giving yourself a better chance at a healthier, longer life. Plus, the improvements go beyond physical health. Better energy, sharper focus, and improved mood are often reported when people clean up their diet and remove these toxic fats. In the next section, we'll take a deeper look at inflammation itself, why it's called the silent enemy of men's health, and how you can take simple steps to put out that fire once and for all. When it comes to prostate health, one word stands out as the root cause of countless problems: inflammation. Think of inflammation as a slow-burning fire inside your body. It's not always visible or painful at first, but over time, it quietly damages your tissues, disrupts hormone balance, and weakens your immune system. For the prostate, chronic inflammation is a major contributor to benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and even more serious conditions. Why is inflammation so harmful? Your body uses inflammation as a natural defense mechanism. For example, when you cut your finger, inflammation helps heal the wound. But when inflammation becomes chronic, often due to diet, stress, lack of exercise, or toxins, it stops being helpful and starts becoming destructive. In the case of the prostate, this ongoing inflammation can cause swelling, discomfort, and urinary issues. Studies show that men with high levels of inflammation markers, like C-reactive protein, CRP, are at a greater risk of prostate enlargement and cancer. Why? Because chronic inflammation damages the cells and DNA in the prostate, creating an environment where abnormal growth can thrive. How diet fuels inflammation. The foods we eat play a huge role in either increasing or reducing inflammation. Processed meats, sugary snacks, fried foods, and refined oils act like gasoline on the fire. They trigger the release of inflammatory chemicals that stress the prostate over time. On the other hand, anti-inflammatory foods, like fresh vegetables, fruits, fatty fish, and nuts, help cool things down and promote healing. I remember speaking with George, a 67-year-old retired police officer from North Carolina. George had been struggling with frequent urination and discomfort for years. After his doctor tested his inflammation markers and found them to be high, George decided to change his lifestyle. He cut out processed foods, switched to grilled fish and salads, and started drinking green tea every day. Within 3 months, not only did his symptoms improve, but he also reported better sleep and energy levels. Signs of inflammation you shouldn't ignore. Inflammation doesn't always scream for attention, but your body gives clues. Persistent fatigue or low energy, frequent urination or discomfort in the pelvic area, joint pain or stiffness, digestive problems like bloating or constipation. If you notice these symptoms, it's a signal that your body might be inflamed, and your prostate could be feeling the effects. Simple lifestyle changes to fight inflammation. Eat more colorful vegetables and fruits. Foods like berries, spinach, kale, and tomatoes are rich in antioxidants that neutralize inflammation, causing free radicals. Add healthy fats. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, chia seeds, or walnuts act as natural anti-inflammatory agents. Stay hydrated. Drinking enough water flushes toxins and supports healthy tissue function. Exercise regularly. A 20 to 30-minute walk each day can reduce inflammation and improve blood flow to the prostate. Manage stress. Chronic stress increases cortisol, a hormone linked to inflammation. Meditation or even simple breathing exercises can help. The link between inflammation and hormones. One lesser-known fact is how inflammation affects hormone levels. It can lower testosterone while increasing estrogen levels in men, which is a bad combination for prostate health. By reducing inflammation through diet and lifestyle, you also help restore healthier hormone balance. The long-term benefits of reducing inflammation. When you cool the internal fire, your body begins to heal naturally. Your prostate functions better. Your urinary flow improves. And your overall energy returns. This is why anti-inflammatory foods like tomatoes, rich in lycopene, green tea, and cruciferous vegetables are so often recommended. They provide nutrients that fight this hidden enemy. Inflammation doesn't have to control your life. By making a few conscious changes, starting with what's on your plate, you can take back control of your prostate health and overall vitality. In the next section, we'll shift from what harms your body to simple swaps that create a healthier diet. Small changes, like replacing a few harmful foods, can set the foundation for better prostate health and long-term wellness. When it comes to protecting your prostate, the secret isn't always about strict dieting or giving up all your favorite foods. It's often about smart swaps, making small but powerful changes to what you eat every day. These swaps don't feel like punishment. In fact, they can make your meals more flavorful and satisfying while reducing inflammation and supporting hormonal balance. Think of it like renovating an old house. You don't have to tear everything down. You just replace the broken parts with stronger, healthier ones. By switching out certain harmful ingredients with healthier alternatives, you build a foundation for long-term prostate health. 1. Swap processed meats for lean proteins. Instead of bacon or cold cuts at breakfast or lunch, try grilled turkey breast, chicken, or even plant-based proteins like lentils or chickpeas. These options are high in protein but free from the harmful nitrates and preservatives that inflame the prostate. For example, a turkey and avocado sandwich on whole grain bread is a great replacement for a salami sub. 2. Replace whole-fat dairy with plant-based options. Dairy doesn't need to disappear from your life. But swapping whole milk for almond, oat, or soy milk can reduce hormone and fat overload. If you love cheese, choose smaller portions of low-fat cheese or try alternatives like hummus or cashew-based cheese spreads for that creamy texture. 3. Switch refined carbs for whole grains. White bread, white rice, and refined pasta cause blood sugar spikes that can harm your prostate over time. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, barley, and whole grain pasta give you steady energy while keeping inflammation low. Even something as simple as using whole grain toast for breakfast can make a difference. 4. Cut sugary drinks and add herbal teas. Sodas and sweetened iced teas are loaded with sugar that fuels inflammation. Instead, sip on unsweetened green tea or herbal teas like chamomile or hibiscus. These teas aren't just refreshing, they're packed with antioxidants that help protect your prostate and reduce stress. 5. Use healthy fats instead of refined oils. Cooking with refined oils like soybean or canola adds unnecessary omega-6 fats that throw off your body's natural balance. Switch to extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, which contain heart and prostate-friendly monounsaturated fats. These oils also enhance the flavor of your food. 6. Trade fried foods for air-fried or baked options. Love fried chicken or French fries? Try air frying or baking them instead. You get the crispy texture you crave without the harmful trans fats and inflammatory oils. A simple air-fried sweet potato wedge can satisfy your cravings while being far healthier. Why these swaps work? These swaps aren't just about cutting calories, they're about reducing inflammatory triggers and adding nutrients that heal your body. Whole foods, healthy fats, and antioxidant-rich ingredients give your prostate the tools it needs to fight off damage and function properly. Real-life example. Consider Bill, a 65-year-old retired teacher from Arizona. Bill thought healthy eating meant bland salads and giving up all his favorite foods. But when he started making simple swaps, like whole grain wraps instead of white bread and olive oil instead of butter, he noticed a huge difference. His energy returned. He lost a few pounds, and his frequent bathroom trips at night decreased. He told me, "I didn't realize healthy food could actually taste better than what I was eating before." Practical tips to get started. Start with one meal a day. For example, swap your usual breakfast of bacon and pancakes for a veggie omelet with whole grain toast. Experiment with flavors. Herbs and spices like garlic, turmeric, and rosemary not only add taste but also have anti-inflammatory properties. Plan your snacks. Instead of grabbing chips, keep almonds, walnuts, or carrot sticks handy. Remember, these swaps aren't about restriction, they're about upgrading your meals to fuel your body better. When you make even small changes consistently, your prostate and overall health improve dramatically. Next, we'll talk about power foods, the kinds of foods that don't just replace harmful ones but actively heal and strengthen your prostate. Let's explore them in the next section. While it's important to know which foods to cut out, it's equally important to understand which foods can actively protect and strengthen your prostate. These are not just neutral foods, they're powerful allies packed with nutrients that calm inflammation, balance hormones, and improve overall male health. Think of them as the repair crew for your body, working quietly to reverse the damage caused by years of less than ideal eating habits. 1. Tomatoes and tomato-based foods. Tomatoes are a powerhouse for prostate health thanks to a nutrient called lycopene. Lycopene is a natural antioxidant that protects cells from damage and has been linked to a reduced risk of prostate cancer. What's even better? Cooked tomatoes, like in sauces or soups, make lycopene easier for your body to absorb. A simple bowl of tomato soup or pasta sauce made with olive oil can give your body a protective boost. 2. Cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts. These vegetables are rich in sulforaphane, a compound that helps your body fight harmful toxins and reduces inflammation. Studies show that men who eat these vegetables regularly have better prostate health and lower risks of prostate issues. Try roasting them with olive oil and garlic for a simple, flavorful side dish. 3. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc, a mineral that plays a crucial role in maintaining a healthy prostate and supporting hormonal balance. Just a handful of roasted pumpkin seeds as an afternoon snack can deliver a powerful punch of nutrients while curbing cravings for less healthy snacks. 4. Fatty fish. Fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have strong anti-inflammatory properties. Omega-3s help reduce the silent fire in your body and support cardiovascular health, which is closely linked to prostate function. Aim to include fish at least twice a week or consider adding ground flax seeds or chia seeds if you're looking for plant-based omega-3 sources. 5. Green tea. Green tea is loaded with catechins, natural compounds that fight free radicals and lower inflammation. Drinking a cup or two of unsweetened green tea daily can help improve prostate function and provide a gentle energy boost without the crash that coffee or sugary drinks often bring. 6. Nuts and healthy fats. Almonds, walnuts, and cashews provide healthy fats and plant-based proteins. They're excellent alternatives to processed snacks and support hormonal balance. Healthy fats are essential for testosterone production, which directly impacts prostate health. 7. Berries. Strawberries, blueberries, And raspberries are rich in antioxidants and vitamin C, which help your body repair and protect cells. A handful of berries on your oatmeal or yogurt is an easy way to start your day with a prostate-friendly boost. The healing power of these foods. Each of these foods works in its own way. But together, they create a protective shield for your prostate. They fight inflammation, neutralize harmful free radicals, and give your body the building blocks it needs to stay balanced. Unlike heavily processed foods, these whole foods nourish your body instead of breaking it down. Real life story. Let me tell you about James, a 63-year-old retired pilot from Colorado. James had a history of prostate issues and was constantly tired. His diet consisted mostly of red meat, fried foods, and very few vegetables. After learning about Power Foods, he made simple changes, swapping his usual breakfast for oatmeal topped with blueberries, adding a side of steamed broccoli to dinner, and drinking green tea instead of soda. In 6 months, James reported feeling more energetic, having better digestion, and experiencing fewer nighttime bathroom trips. How to add these power foods easily. Start small. Add 1 new food each week. Try smoothies made with spinach, berries, and a splash of almond milk for a quick breakfast. Make roasted vegetables your go-to side dish. Keep a jar of pumpkin seeds or walnuts nearby for a healthy snack. Replace sugary drinks with iced green tea. Remember, these foods are not just about preventing problems, they actively help heal your body and improve your quality of life. It's never too late to make these changes. Even small, consistent steps will give your body the support it needs to function at its best. Next, let's dive deeper into the specific nutrients, like lycopene and zinc, that act like hidden shields for your prostate. These nutrients deserve their own spotlight in the next section. When it comes to nutrients that protect the prostate, lycopene and zinc are 2 heavy hitters. They work like invisible shields, defending your prostate from damage, inflammation, and hormonal imbalance. While many people know about the importance of vitamins like C or D, few truly understand the vital role these 2 nutrients play in male health. Let's take a closer look at how they can help you maintain a healthy prostate and how you can get more of them in your daily meals. Lycopene, the prostate protector. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant found in red and orange fruits and vegetables, especially tomatoes. It helps neutralize harmful free radicals that can damage your cells, including the delicate tissues of the prostate. Research has shown that men who consume higher amounts of lycopene have a lower risk of developing prostate problems, including benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and prostate cancer. What makes lycopene unique is how it becomes more potent when cooked. Unlike many other nutrients that lose their power when heated, lycopene actually gets stronger. This means tomato sauces, soups, and even a simple bowl of chili can give you a concentrated dose of this prostate-protecting compound. Easy ways to add lycopene. Enjoy a bowl of homemade tomato soup. Add fresh or roasted red peppers to your sandwiches or salads. Cook pasta with a rich tomato-based sauce made with olive oil for better absorption. Eat watermelon or pink grapefruit for a refreshing lycopene boost. Zinc, the hormone balancer. Zinc is another essential nutrient for prostate health, playing a key role in hormone regulation. Your prostate contains more zinc than almost any other part of your body. And for good reason. It needs zinc to function properly. Zinc helps maintain healthy testosterone levels, reduces inflammation, and supports overall immune health. A lack of zinc in your diet can lead to hormonal imbalances that negatively impact the prostate, increasing the risk of swelling or other complications. Unfortunately, modern diets often lack sufficient zinc due to overprocessed foods and nutrient-poor soils. Best sources of zinc. Pumpkin seeds, one of the best plant-based sources. Lean meats like beef, turkey, and chicken. Shellfish, especially oysters, which are incredibly rich in zinc. nuts like cashews and almonds, legumes such as lentils, chickpeas, and beans. A winning combination. Lycopene and zinc work best when combined with other anti-inflammatory foods. For example, a salad topped with roasted tomatoes, pumpkin seeds, and a drizzle of olive oil provides both antioxidants and minerals your prostate loves. Add a side of grilled salmon or a handful of walnuts, and you've got a powerful, prostate-friendly meal. A real-life example. Consider Brian, a 59-year-old electrician from Illinois. He used to eat mostly fast food and rarely touched vegetables. After his doctor recommended boosting lycopene and zinc, Brian started making simple changes, adding tomato-based dishes twice a week and snacking on pumpkin seeds instead of chips. Within 4 months, not only did his prostate symptoms improve, but he also felt stronger and more energetic at work. "I didn't realize food could make such a difference," he said. Practical tips for daily use. Add tomatoes to everything. Whether it's scrambled eggs, sandwiches, or soups, tomatoes are an easy lycopene booster. Snack on seeds and nuts. Keep a small container of pumpkin seeds in your car or office for a quick, healthy snack. Cook with healthy oils. Lycopene and zinc are better absorbed when paired with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. Plan a zinc-rich meal once a week. A dinner of grilled salmon with roasted tomatoes and quinoa can cover your zinc and lycopene needs. The bigger picture. These nutrients aren't just good for your prostate, they also improve immune function, heart health, and even skin health. By adding more lycopene and zinc to your diet, you're supporting your body from the inside out. It's a small change with big rewards. In the next section, we'll explore another powerful ally for men's health, green tea. This simple, soothing drink is loaded with antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and protect your prostate naturally. Green tea has been celebrated for centuries as a natural remedy for countless ailments. But its benefits for men's health, especially the prostate, are often underestimated. Packed with antioxidants called catechins, green tea works like a natural defense system, fighting inflammation, balancing hormones, and protecting cells from damage. A simple cup of green tea can do far more than just quench your thirst. It can actively support your body's long-term health. Why green tea is a prostate ally? The catechins in green tea are powerful compounds that reduce oxidative stress, which is essentially the rusting of your cells caused by free radicals. Oxidative stress is a major factor in aging and in the development of prostate problems, including benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and prostate cancer. By drinking green tea regularly, you help neutralize these harmful free radicals before they can do damage. Green tea also has anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is one of the leading causes of prostate issues, and green tea helps cool that internal fire. Its compounds work to regulate immune responses and reduce the overproduction of inflammatory chemicals that affect the prostate. The hormonal connection. Green tea may also help balance hormones. Studies suggest that the catechins in green tea can influence how testosterone is metabolized in the body. This is important because an imbalance of testosterone and estrogen levels can lead to prostate enlargement. By promoting a healthier hormonal environment, green tea supports both prostate and overall male wellness. Other health benefits for men. The benefits of green tea extend beyond the prostate. Heart health. It helps lower LDL cholesterol and improves circulation. Weight management. Green tea boosts metabolism and can aid in maintaining a healthy weight, another factor linked to better prostate health. Brain health. The caffeine and amino acid L-theanine found in green tea enhance focus and mental clarity without the jittery crash of coffee. Immune support. Antioxidants in green tea help strengthen your immune system, keeping illnesses at bay. How to add green tea to your day. Start with 1 to 2 cups daily. If you're new to green tea, Begin with 1 cup in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Go unsweetened. Adding sugar cancels out many of the health benefits. Instead, enhance the flavor with lemon or mint. Try it iced or warm. Green tea is versatile. Brew it warm for cooler mornings or enjoy a chilled glass during hot afternoons. Matcha for an extra boost. Matcha, a powdered form of green tea, has even higher concentrations of catechins and antioxidants. Real-life example. Meet Harold, a 66-year-old retired carpenter from Kentucky. Harold used to rely on coffee and sugary sodas for energy. His doctor recommended replacing at least 1 soda with green tea each day. Within weeks, Harold felt more alert, experienced fewer energy crashes, and even noticed improvement in his nighttime bathroom trips. Now, he swears by his morning matcha latte with unsweetened almond milk. Simple green tea routine. Brew a pot of green tea in the morning and sip it throughout the day. Replace afternoon coffee with iced green tea for a refreshing pick-me-up. Combine green tea with a slice of fresh ginger for an added anti-inflammatory boost. Why consistency matters. The key to unlocking the benefits of green tea is consistency. Drinking it occasionally won't do much, but incorporating it as a daily habit can make a noticeable difference over time. Think of green tea as a gentle, natural medicine that works in the background to strengthen your body. Next, we'll talk about easy, practical steps you can take to reduce sugar and harmful oils in your diet. These small daily habits can work hand in hand with green tea and other power foods to create a strong shield for your prostate. If there's one thing I've learned after decades of guiding men on their health journey, it's this: lasting change comes from simple, consistent steps, not overwhelming overhauls. You don't need to give up every treat you love, but reducing refined sugar and harmful oils is one of the most effective ways to protect your prostate and overall health. Why cutting sugar and refined oils matters. Refined sugar is like pouring gasoline on the fire of inflammation. It spikes your blood sugar, causing hormonal imbalances and creating an environment where the prostate can become irritated or swollen. Likewise, refined vegetable oils, like soybean, corn, or canola oils, are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. In excess, these omega-6s throw your body's balance off, leading to chronic inflammation. The combination of sugar and bad fats, think donuts, fried foods, and pastries, hits your body with a double blow. It fuels inflammation while providing little to no nutritional value. For your prostate, this is like running your car on dirty fuel. It may work for a while, but eventually, the damage shows. Step 1. Switch out sugary drinks. One of the easiest ways to reduce sugar is to cut out sodas and sweetened beverages. A single can of soda can have up to 10 teaspoons of sugar, more than your body needs in an entire day. Replace with sparkling water with fresh lemon or lime, iced green tea, or infused water with berries. Tip: if you crave sweetness, add a few drops of natural stevia or monk fruit, which don't spike blood sugar. Step 2. Read food labels. Sugar hides in everything, from salad dressings to bread. Look for ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, or maltose. A good rule of thumb: if sugar is one of the first 3 ingredients, it's best to avoid it. Step 3. Cook with better oils. Instead of refined oils, use extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even coconut oil for cooking. These oils are stable at moderate temperatures and provide healthy fats that reduce inflammation rather than cause it. For salads, use olive oil with a splash of balsamic vinegar. For frying, avocado oil has a higher smoke point and is great for pan searing. Step 4. Snack smart. When cravings strike, most people grab cookies, chips, or candy. Instead, keep snacks like almonds, pumpkin seeds, or fresh fruit on hand. These not only satisfy cravings but also give you nutrients that benefit your prostate. Step 5. Reduce processed foods. Prepackaged and fast foods are loaded with both added sugar and refined oils. Cooking at home gives you control over what goes into your body. Start with simple meals: grilled fish or chicken, roasted vegetables with olive oil, and a side of quinoa or brown rice. The 80-20th rule. You don't have to be perfect. Follow the 80-20th rule. Eat clean, anti-inflammatory foods 80% of the time, and enjoy treats occasionally. This balance makes the lifestyle sustainable and enjoyable. Real life story. Sam, a 57-year-old from Nevada, used to drink sweet tea and eat fried foods daily. After learning about how sugar and oils were impacting his prostate, he made small swaps: iced green tea instead of sweet tea, and baked chicken instead of fried. Within 3 months, his energy levels shot up. He lost 10 pounds, and his nighttime bathroom trips went from 5 times a night to just 1. A simple meal plan swap. Breakfast: swap donuts for oatmeal topped with blueberries and walnuts. Lunch: replace fried chicken sandwiches with grilled turkey wraps using whole grain tortillas. Dinner: cook salmon with olive oil, steamed broccoli, and brown rice instead of processed TV dinners. The bigger benefit: by cutting sugar and harmful oils, you're not just protecting your prostate, you're improving your heart, brain, and energy levels. This one step sets the stage for long-term vitality and better quality of life. In the next section, we'll explore why small changes like these can lead to massive health transformations. It's all about understanding the compounding effect of simple daily habits. One of the most common mistakes men make when trying to improve their health is thinking they need to completely overhaul their lifestyle overnight. The truth is, lasting transformation rarely comes from massive, sudden changes. It comes from small, consistent steps that build over time. When it comes to prostate health, these tiny shifts can lead to profound improvements because your body responds quickly to better nutrition and care. The power of compounding habits. Think of your health like a savings account. Every small, positive choice you make, swapping soda for water, choosing grilled chicken instead of fried, or adding a handful of pumpkin seeds to your day, is like depositing money into that account. Over time, these deposits grow, leading to a healthier prostate, better energy, and improved quality of life. The opposite is also true. Every time you choose processed foods, sugary snacks, or harmful fats, it's like taking money out of your account. While one small withdrawal won't bankrupt you, a consistent pattern of bad choices will drain your health over the years. Why small steps work for prostate health. Your prostate is highly responsive to changes in inflammation levels, hormone balance, and nutrient intake. Even minor improvements, like adding lycopene-rich tomatoes to your weekly meals or drinking green tea instead of soda, can begin to reduce inflammation within weeks. By cutting down on harmful foods, you allow your body to start repairing itself naturally. Real-life story. Consider Paul, a 61-year-old retired police officer from Ohio. When Paul first learned about prostate health, he felt overwhelmed. His doctor gave him a long list of bad foods to cut out, and he didn't know where to start. Instead of trying to change everything overnight, Paul focused on one small change each week. Week 1, replaced his daily soda with sparkling water. Week 2, started adding a side of broccoli or spinach to dinner. Week 3, switched from fried takeout to grilled chicken twice a week. After 3 months of these tiny steps, Paul had lost 12 pounds, improved his energy levels, and saw a noticeable reduction in nighttime bathroom visits. His doctor even remarked on how much healthier his blood tests looked. Consistency beats perfection. You don't have to be perfect to see results. What matters is sticking to small changes consistently. If you enjoy a burger now and then, that's okay. Just pair it with a side salad instead of fries and skip the sugary soda. This approach makes healthy living realistic and sustainable, not restrictive. Key areas to focus on: hydration. Drink more water and herbal teas instead of sweet drinks. Protein. Choose lean sources like fish, turkey, or legumes instead of processed meats. Vegetables. Add 1 or 2 servings of colorful vegetables to each meal. Healthy fats. Use olive oil or avocado oil for cooking instead of refined oils. Movement. A daily 20-minute walk improves blood flow and supports prostate health. Mindset shift. Think long-term. The most powerful transformation happens when you stop thinking of these changes as a short-term diet and start seeing them as an investment in your future. Every small choice you make today can add healthy, comfortable years to your life. Simple weekly challenge. Week 1. Swap one processed meal for a home-cooked one. Week 2. Drink at least 2 cups of green tea daily. Week 3. Add 1 anti-inflammatory snack like berries or pumpkin seeds. Week 4. Replace refined carbs with whole grains for 1 meal each day. These are easy, achievable steps that will build momentum and confidence. The ripple effect of healthier choices. When you start eating better, you'll notice other areas of your life improving. You'll have more energy to exercise, better focus at work, and even improved mood. Your prostate health is just one part of the bigger picture. By caring for it, you're also caring for your heart, brain, and overall well-being. In the next section, we'll talk about how to create a diet that not only protects your prostate but also gives you lasting vitality. You'll learn how to build a balanced eating plan that feels effortless and enjoyable. The journey to better prostate health doesn't end with cutting out harmful foods. It's about building a sustainable, nourishing diet that works for your body today and in the decades to come. Think of your diet as a shield, one that protects not just your prostate but your overall vitality, energy, and confidence. The foundation of a prostate-friendly diet. A healthy diet for men over 40 isn't complicated. It's about focusing on whole, natural foods that reduce inflammation, stabilize hormones, and deliver key nutrients like zinc, lycopene, and omega-3 fatty acids. When you build your plate around these foods, you're not just eating, you're investing in your future health. Here's the formula to keep in mind. Half of your plate, colorful vegetables and leafy greens, broccoli, spinach, kale. 1/4 of your plate, lean proteins, fish, turkey, chicken, or plant-based proteins like lentils. 1/4 of your plate, whole grains, brown rice, quinoa, oats, healthy fats, a drizzle of olive oil, a handful of nuts, or avocado for added balance. Morning routine. Set the tone. Your day sets the stage for how your body functions. Start with a prostate-friendly breakfast such as oatmeal topped with blueberries and walnuts or a spinach omelet with whole grain toast. These meals give you sustained energy and deliver antioxidants that protect your cells from the moment you wake up. Smart lunch and dinner choices. Lunch could be as simple as a grilled salmon salad topped with tomatoes and pumpkin seeds, while dinner might include roasted chicken, quinoa, and a side of steamed broccoli. These are meals that fight inflammation, keep your blood sugar stable, and supply the nutrients your prostate needs. Snacks that heal instead of harm. Swap out chips or cookies for healthier snacks. A handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds. Fresh fruit like an apple or a cup of mixed berries. Carrot sticks with hummus. These snacks are not only satisfying but also deliver nutrients that keep inflammation at bay. Hydration and beverages. Replace sugary sodas and energy drinks with green tea, herbal teas, or infused water. Staying hydrated helps flush toxins and reduces irritation in the urinary tract. Supporting better prostate function. Meal planning for success. Planning is key to success. Dedicate 1 or 2 days a week to prepare healthy staples, grilled proteins, chopped vegetables, and whole grains. Having these ready in your fridge means you're less likely to grab processed or fast foods when you're hungry. A real-life success story. Consider Rick, a 62-year-old accountant from Minnesota. Rick struggled with frequent bathroom trips and low energy. After learning about a prostate-friendly diet, he started preparing simple meals with fish, vegetables, and whole grains. Within 90 days, his energy skyrocketed, his sleep improved, and he felt like a new man. His story proves that it's never too late to rebuild your health with the right foods. The mindset for long-term health. Don't think of this as a temporary diet, it's a lifestyle shift. Every meal is an opportunity to strengthen your body rather than weaken it. The beauty of a prostate-friendly diet is that it doesn't require extreme restriction. It's about adding more of the good and cutting back on the bad. One step at a time. Your next step. Start small this week. Swap one harmful food, like processed meat, for a healing food, like grilled salmon. Add a serving of tomatoes or leafy greens to one meal a day. These small actions, repeated consistently, will create a foundation of health that supports your prostate, energy, and confidence for years to come. Now that we've covered harmful foods, healing foods, and the steps to build a balanced diet, you're ready to take control of your prostate health. In the conclusion, we'll recap the key points and give you one last powerful reminder to inspire you to start this journey today. We've covered a lot in this journey toward better prostate health. From identifying the 5 harmful foods, processed meats, excessive dairy, refined sugars, alcohol, and trans fats, to exploring the power of healing foods like tomatoes, broccoli, pumpkin seeds, and green tea, you now have a clear roadmap to protect and strengthen your prostate. The truth is, your daily choices are more powerful than you realize. Every meal, every drink, every snack can either fuel inflammation or build a stronger, healthier body. We've also discussed the importance of key nutrients like lycopene and zinc, the role of healthy fats and whole grains, and the benefits of simple swaps that transform your diet without making you feel deprived. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about small, consistent steps that create lasting results. By cutting back on harmful foods and adding nutrient-rich options, you not only protect your prostate but also improve your energy, focus, and overall quality of life. Your health isn't determined by genetics or luck alone. It's shaped by your habits and the decisions you make each day. Start with one change. Replace that soda with green tea. Swap fried foods for grilled fish. Or add a handful of pumpkin seeds to your routine. These small shifts can create a ripple effect that transforms your well-being from the inside out. Your prostate is like a loyal guardian, working quietly for you every day. Now it's your turn to care for it. Take control of your diet, your health, and your future. Start today, because the steps you take now can give you years of strength, energy, and a life you truly enjoy.